All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat. Very exciting. It's Shavuot, Baruch Hashem. And we're going to complete our learning with the Sefira. Today's Hayom Tisha, V'Abam Yom Shehem Shiva Shavuos Leimer. We made it. Baruch Hashem. Today's the 49th day, 7 weeks complete. Today's the day of what? 49.
99.
That's right. Today is the day of Malchus, Sheba Malchus. Wow, we see that? Unbelievable. He has an introduction today that he says like this. He brings it down from a sefer called Avodas Yisrael. Kishaloi osa tshuva, v'loi heir es atzmai teike betchila sfiras leimer. A person didn't do tshuva till now, and he just slept away the whole Sefira. Now it's 49. What do I do now? It's the last day. What do I do? Lo yomer she'ein li oi tikva. He shouldn't say, hey, there's no hope for me. It's all done. No, don't say that. Ela ad mi mochves haShabbos hashviyas tisbru. You have to count until the morning of the 7th week, the next day, the full complete cycle. The complete cycle. What's a leimer? Kol zman sheyesh afilu yom echad me'asvira tisperu. So long as there's one day, you're in the day of Sefira, you could still come back. In other words, you're still in the game. Once you're in the game, you can still catch up. You understand? Don't let the day go by. You follow?
But you can only do one day.
No, they're not counting. No, they're not the counting.
Not the counting.
As far as is coming back to Hashem, and knows a person feels, I don't know, till now I didn't get anywhere, it's not working out.
Sure.
But the last day you can still grab in. You can grab in. The same way like we learned. This is the same idea of Shabbos, right? Rava de Ravin, right? This is the end. We're at the end. Anytime you're at the end, it's the most special time. So it's a very, very special day, a special day. We're going to learn today about how special Tehillim is in Likutey Halachos and Mitzvah Hashem. We'll get to that, okay? Really, today's a great day to say some Tehillim, because Tehillim brings a person to Teshuva, and that's what the whole series is all about: coming back to Hashem, but not coming back to Hashem like we come back to Hashem when it comes to Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. Then we come back, we're scared. Now we're coming back to Hashem, mitoch ahava. You understand? Now we're coming back because we want to love Hashem. So this is on a much higher level than even the tshuva that we would do, on Rosh Hashanah, because that's tshuva me'ira. That's fear. My life, right? But now we know that Shavuot is really the time that we've decided how much Torah we're going to learn the next year. This is when it's decided. So if a person wants to come close to Hashem, he realizes that, hey, this is the time now. This is the time. Preparation today. This is the time today. What's the limit? Tucha lahoyer beyoyim zeh kol hachamishim yoyim ad al yedei tshuva. You can come back with the 50 days. Through tshuva today. You can fix the whole thing just today. So don't think if you didn't get to it till now, that's all right. Don't let today go by. Right? I'll read it again. You could awaken in today, right now. You can have the light today. Through tshuva. So now he says, if you want to have complete Ol Malchus Shemayim, you want to have the complete closeness with Hashem, you want to feel that. Shemidas HaMalchus Tashbiah Olav Es HaShefa. We know that Malchus brings us Shefa, bounty, blessing, comes in our life. When you're connected to Malchus Hashem, that's where you get your Shefa from. Yesh lei lechavim b'chol avaydosei b'chlal v'amlicha yas habayri yisbarach hamiskala b'nishmosei. Again, he keeps telling us this whole week. Rav Frisch is telling this idea that, remember, Hashem is in your neshama. You have a neshama, and Hashem is part of your neshama, right? You have to remember that. It's a very important thing to remember. As a person thinks, I'm so far away from Hashem. You are, really? How could you be far away from Hashem? You have a neshama. Hashem is inside. He's part of your neshama. How are you far away from Hashem? If you really think about it, right? How can you be far away from Hashem? Amazing chizuk, amazing. Okay. Al gufay bifrat, on the person himself. Hakol leman avodas Hashem yisbarach v'loi zulas. You're doing it for Hashem's sake and nothing else. Only for Hashem's sake. You want to come close to Hashem. That's the whole point. Nimsa maseg umashlem es midas hamalchus al yedei midas hamalchus atzma. You can complete the midah of malchus through the midah of malchus. Really, because Hashem is malchus, right? Hashem is malchus. And if you have the malchus upon yourself, you bring Hashem into your life, so you can use malchus to complete the malchus. Unbelievable idea. But the main thing is today is to realize that you can spend the day today coming close to Hashem. Today is a very powerful day, very, very powerful day. Because today is the 49th day of the Sefira, which includes all the levels. It includes all the levels that we went through all till now. And it's the bridge to get us to the 50th gate, which is we're going to go in Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow. Okay? Now he says, just to hear, the Kinyan Torah is a great one. This is a great one. Chazora al kol ha-kinyanim. So we learned all these beautiful kinyanim of Torah, right? All these beautiful ideas. So he says, now go back and start again. Study them again. That's the 48th kinyan of Torah. That's the 48th. That's the last one.
That makes sense.
Come back and study them all again. Like we used to sing the song with the ABC, right? How did we end off the song ABC? Next time, won't you sing with me, right?
Yeah.
See that? Start again. So we should all be zeicha to always have to be connected to the kinyanim of Torah and be connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Baruch Hashem. All right, so let's learn now a little. Okay, this is such a beautiful sefer. Okay. All right, so now we're going to turn to Likutey Halachos. We're in Likutey Halachos Hilchos Kriya Shema, okay? And we're in Halacha Hey, and today we're up to Yud. So we're we're up to letter 10, okay? 10. Okay. So now, to understand this idea, let me just give you a little preview. It's based on lesson 73 in Likutey Moharan. There's a little struggle going on where Hashem wants us to come back to Him, but we want Hashem to come to us.
Yeah.
I want Hashem to come to me. And this is the same idea that we were learning, the Sarusa de Lasata, the Sarusa de Leila, right? So Hashem wants us to come to Him, and we want Him to come to us. And there's a little struggle going on there. And then we're going
He is come to us. He already has come to us.
I understand. No, I understand that. I understand. But we're talking about people that are, working on Teshuva, and they're trying to figure out how to come back to Hashem, and there's that struggle going on. Let's see inside. Let's see. Here we go. Yud. This is the idea now that we're going to learn about the Isarusa de Lasata. When I awaken from down here, I work on getting closer to Hashem. Okay? Ikra Teshuva. Sheniska anachnu loshav elav yizbarach al yedei Isarusa Isairus shalanu. The main way we can come back to Hashem is really from our own Hisaris. So when we awaken and we want to come back to Hashem, that's the best way to do it. You awaken to come back to Hashem, that is the highest level. Like we learned it with Moshe Rabbeinu, right? We were learning about the Nevuah yesterday, right? Moshe Rabbeinu, that's why Rav Nosson, takes the idea. He took the idea from the highest level, from Nevuah, right? Prophecy, that Moshe Rabbeinu was the Navi that accomplished everything with the Sarusa de Lasata. He did everything on his own, right? Where Aaron and Miriam, great Nevi'im also, but they didn't put in as much as Moshe Rabbeinu. Maybe the way we can understand is like this. Sometimes, you get sometimes more than you put in. You put in a little bit. Remember like the times teachers sometimes mark the test on a curve? You ever have that, right? The whole class did lousy, right? So the teacher doesn't want to go bad on his record, right? So what does he do? He says, okay, we're going to mark it on the curve. Okay, instead of the highest score being 100, it'll be 50. Okay, so let's see what anyone did today. Right? So in other words, Moshe would put in 100% and he got back 100%. But let's say Aaron and Miriam, for example, they put in, let's say 30%, but they also got 100%. You understand? They didn't put in as much, but they got the benefit, even though they didn't put in as much, right? Right, you understand? Because that was the Serus of the Leila. Hashem filled it in. They put in a little, and then Hashem filled in the rest. I mean, pretty much you could understand is like this, when you have a child, let's say you have a child, right? A little child, right? And you're trying to teach your child to talk, right? You're trying to teach your child to talk. So sometimes the mothers like to do it, right? They like to say mama, right? And then the child, they tell the child, say mama. And the child goes, look, he's talking. Look, he's talking. He said mama. He didn't say. The kid didn't say mama. This kid said some gibberish. It was nothing. But again, but it was considered that he said the word.
Right.
This is Hashem. When it was Moshe Rabbeinu actually said the word. He did it. He accomplished it. But the other ones didn't accomplish it, but it was considered like they did it. I try to give you examples to try to understand these concepts. I don't know if that helped, but what?
Good example.
Yeah, good example? Okay. Baruch Hashem. Siyata D'Shmaya. Okay. So the main tshuva is when we make the Cyrus on our own. We have our own awakening. We awaken ourselves to come back to Hashem. Kizeh havechiach bein Hashem yizbarach ve'in Yisrael. That's the quarrel that's going on between us and Hashem. There's a quarrel going on. Hashem yizbarach tzayek eleinu shuvu elai v'shuv aleichem. You come back to me and then I'll come back to you. Right? Hashem says that. Hey, come back to me. Try to come back. Start. And then I'll come to you. That's what Hashem says. You come to me and I'll come to you. Right? Okay. Shanachnu noshev techila v'Yisrael. What? That we come back first. But we say, Hashivenu Hashem elecha. Hashem, you come back to me, and then I'll come to you. Isn't that amazing? You ever think of that like that? See these words; these are beautiful words, right? There's such a nuance. Shuvu elai v'shuv aleichem, and then we say Hashivenu Hashem elecha v'nashuva. Then we'll come back. Unbelievable! You like that, Sasha? It's so beautiful how Nosson takes these two beautiful sentences that we know so well. And he's defining it for us. Unbelievable. Okay, Shehu Yeshivenu Elav Kamuva B'Svarim. As it's written in Svarim. And, okay, we did this idea. Reb Nosson is gonna work on it now. He's gonna develop the idea. Vayadei Tehillim. Shekoilul kol arboyim v'teisha sharei tshuva. Look at these words. Through Tehillim. Through the Sefer Tehillim. That has in it all 49 levels of tshuva. Tehillim is really called the 50th gate. Tehillim is the 50th gate. Tehillim is really the 50th. It has all the 49 levels, and itself is the 50th gate. We'll see now. Shein bechinas abam v'teisha oisais hashvatim. That's the 49 letters of the shvatim, like we said when you spell out the shvatim's names. And you add up their letters, you count their letters, and comes to 49. Abam v'teishi yemei Sefira. How do you like that? The 49 days of Sefira, and today's the 49th day. Come on, isn't that so sweet? It's beautiful. I think this is beautiful. And the Shema and the Baal Shem Kavod Mechusay, we know is also 49 levels, 49 letters. Okay? And through that you can make the tikkun. Ki Tehillim nemar ayidei David HaMelech. Tehillim is said through David HaMelech. Look at the Shavuos. The whole Yantav Shavuos about David HaMelech. Is this amazing? We read Megillah Shavuos. It ends off with David HaMelech. Right? David Malka Mashiach. David HaMelech. Ki Tehillim nemar ayidei David Melech Yisrael. Shehu Bechinas Mashiach. David HaMelech we know is David Malka Mashiach. Sheyizke lahasik shara chamishim. Merits to come to the 50th gate. Shekoilul hakol, that includes all. That's all inclusive. Shehu seichel niflo shezaychen ayedei zeh lahachnes belev Yisrael sheyitz'aku tamid laHashem Yisbarach sheyeshivenu elav. That we should all cry out. The book of Tehillim is all about us crying out to come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Sheshivenu elav. V'ayedei zeh ba'atzmai yeh nechshav l'sayrish shalanu kilu anu shavim elav me'atzmeinu. Isn't that so beautiful? It'll be compared that we came back to Hashem. Because that's what Hashem ultimately wants. Hashem ultimately wants us to make the first move. We have to make the first move to come back to Him. When we make the first move to come back to Him, then Hashem, oh, wow.
Special delivery.
Oh, now you get real cookies, see that?
That apple right here, it's so healthy.
I can't win with you. I eat a cookie, you criticize me. I eat an apple, you criticize me.
It's all good. He means well. He loves you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you brought cookies.
Yeah, you can turn it on. If he knows how.
Sasha can do it without spoon.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Doesn't work?
Not really. We tried it a few days in a row. It doesn't
Okay. Come on.
Whatever, leave it.
It's all right. It's okay.
The truth is, but when you do the Shabbos as earlier, we still probably had that Shabbos at the shirim early. You can learn in the classroom downstairs.
Yeah.
Where it's air conditioned.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the
Okay.
summers are going to be brutal.
Okay. I get in trouble when we learn downstairs. Amen. The people like it quiet down there. Okay. Anyway. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. So we're learning about this concept. Here we go. So Yana, we're learning about this concept over here. There's a little quarrel going on between us and Hashem, right? Hashem says He wants us to come back to Him, and we say we want Hashem to come back to us.
Sounds like a married couple.
What's that? Yeah. And we quoted this beautiful pasuk from Malachi, Shuvu Elai v'ashuva aleichem. Shuvu Elai v'ashuva aleichem. You come back to what Hashem says. You come back to me, and then I'll come to you. But we say to Hashem, Hashivenu Hashem elecha v'nashuva. You come back to us, and then we'll come back to you.
Who's going to make the first move?
Who's going to make the first move? There we go. There we go. You got it. Okay. Now, so we're saying Sefer Tehillim. Sefer Tehillim is the 49th gate. And Sefer Tehillim is connected to the Shvatim, which the Shvatim also equal 49, right? If you add up the letters of the Shvatim, you have 49. And we have 49 days of Sefira. Today is the 49th day. Isn't that nice? And today, and it's also based on connected to the 49 letters of Shema and Baal Shem Kavod Mechusay. And the Sefer Tehillim is through David HaMelech, which is Sharach Mishim. Kibemes. Kol tzakosay Yisbarach shetzayek eleinu shuvu elai. All the whole time HaKadosh Baruch Hu is screaming out, please come back to me. Hashem wants us to come back to Him. Kavanasai zeh ba'atzmai shenachnu netzak elav tamid hashivenu Hashem elecha. He wants us to cry out. It's really one. Hashem is screaming out that we should do something So if we even scream out, Hashivenu Hashem Elecha, come back to me, we scream, Hashem, I need your help. Help me, Hashem, help me. Right? Help me. That's what it was saying. If we could do that, Hashem is good with that. Nimsa shebemes lamitay ein machlekes v'chilik klal bein Knesset Yisrael levein Hashem Yisbarach. So there's really no machlekes. Really, it's really Hashem. All He wants is us to come back to Him. That's all He wants. So we ask Hashem. We're asking Hashem. Hashivenu Hashem elecha. But Hashem says, okay, I'll accept that. Just try it. Cry out to me. That's all Hashem's saying. Cry out to me. Like we learned, you could say the Shema in any language you want. Cry out to Hashem in any language you want. Because anytime you're crying out to Hashem, that's the holiness of that language. Right? That's the spark of holiness of that language. So whatever language you can cry out to Hashem, do it. Cry out to Hashem in that language. When you're crying out to Hashem, that's the whole point. Rak she'ein kol echad mevin kavanasei hakadoshah v'chol zeh machma sheloi nisgala adayin shara chamishim. So we don't understand that because yet the 50th gate was not yet revealed. We're only understand we're in Yud. You know where you are? Yaniv, you have it? Okay. We're stuck. We're still in the 49th level, right? We're still today. Mamish today is 49, isn't it? This is amazing. We didn't yet get to 50. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, unbelievable, Mamish. 49, 50. We didn't get there yet. We did not get to the 50th gate yet. Aval al yedei ha-Tehillim nimshach ha'oresh shara chamishim. Through us saying Tehillim. Through us saying Tehillim and trying to feel the words. Trying to feel the words. I have a friend of mine, Yitzhak Bell. You know Yitzhak Bell? Great guy. He wrote a Tehillim. He wrote that beautiful Tehillim. He wrote the translation for it.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, amazing, amazing translation. Try to read it, and try to feel the words. Try to feel what David HaMelech is saying. Try to feel yourself in those words. That can bring you back to Hashem better than any other book yet. That's the best book. Tehillim. It's the soul of Klal Yisrael, because that's the 50th gate. Look at this words. Look at this. It has everything from all the way up on high to down, and then from down all the way up. It has everything in there. Everything's found in Tehillim. Why? Because Tehillim has the 10 different levels of song. Right? The 10 different levels of song, which we said are connected to the 10 different pulses of our blood system, right? We have 10 different pulses. And that's really the tikkun for everything. Okay? The main thing is cry out to Hashem no matter where you are. No matter what level you are, is cry out to Hashem. Hashem is there. Hashem wants us to cry out to Him. This is the whole point that we have to do. Everything can be repaired. He can fix everything. Because if you have Hashem, anything can be repaired. People are looking for all kind of segulas, and they're going here, there. Hashem is the answer. Hashem is the answer. Right? You don't need all those things. You don't need the lucky, you don't need the rabbit's foot and all of that stuff, right?
Right.
All of those things, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? Really, it's really all about Sefer Tehillim. Sefer Tehillim. Okay. Anyone have any questions on this to understand this? I mean, I'm just I'm amazed that today we're talking about the 49th gate, and today's day 49. I mean, this is pretty amazing. I mean, it's just pretty amazing that we got to this point today, and us is talking about this today. This is pretty amazing to me. I don't take this lightly.
Will it suggest a path for reading Tehillim? So we read them all. Do they suggest a path for reading Tehillim?
Yeah, there's Tehillim Yomi. There's a schedule. You can do that every day. They give out those cards downstairs. It says on a Tehillim Yomi. Yeah. So you can go through there's a system that you go every day. You say a few chapters, and then the next you finish the book. But you could what? Yeah.
Every month?
Every day. It's got
5 of them a day, about, roughly. It's 150 and 40 days a month. It's about 5 a day. Today's the 5th day, so. So, look at songs.
Yeah.
Well, if you do 5 a day, and there's 30 days in a month, it's 150. There you go. That's the thing. Okay? So Tehillim is a very, very important thing based on David HaMelech, David Malka Mashiach. We're learning about David HaMelech. The whole Yom Tov Yeshua is about David HaMelech. Sefer Rus ends off with David HaMelech, right? Unbelievable. Okay? These beautiful things today. Unbelievable for me. Okay? Let's go to Yud Aleph. So we said that the Tehillim is really 10 different levels of song, right? 10 levels of song. Zeh b'chinas asara mini negina, shebehem nemar b'sefer Tehillim. And there are 10 different languages, 10 different statements of song. We're going to explain it soon, so don't worry. She'itza b'divrei Ad Mazal in Likutey Moran in lesson Reish Lamed Zayin 237. She'ikar his chabros ayedei negina. The main way to connect to Hashem sometimes is through song. Through song. Is that amazing? If you use a nigun, a song can bring a person to Devekas. It can bring a person to connection to Hashem through a song. Do you ever experience that? Anyone experience that?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
Right? The song you could feel more connected to Hashem through the music. Through music. It's amazing. It's an amazing idea. Al Yedei Negina. Bebechinas hapam yilave ishi elai. Right? So where was this? This was said by Levi, right? What's his name? When Levi was born, Leah said she said these words: "Hapam yilave ishi elai." Maybe now my husband will come to me, right? Ishi elai. Maybe he'll come back to me. Because again, Yaakov Avinu, Leah was having that struggle with Rachel, right? So now she said, "Oh, maybe now he'll come back to me." Okay. Hanema kishenoilid Levi she'oiskim b'shir ala duchen, and we know that Levi was the ones that were duchening, right? Levi was the ones that were in the base of Migdash. They were the singers. Levi they had the instruments, and they were the ones that were singing. They were the ones that brought Jews back. Remember, I explained to you when they brought a carbon, when someone brought a carbon, so they had to say vidoy on the carbon, right? They had to do vidoy, and then the Kohanim would see if the person wasn't really sincere with his vidoy, so they would motion to the Leviim to change the song to a more serious song. You know, they understood what to do. Sometimes it was a song of simcha, sometimes it was a more somber song. It was a song to get the person into the mood. And we see it works. We know that works. Okay. Now, Kishir v'nigun b'chinas Tehillim ayedei ze ikar hischabros shel Knesset Yisrael im daida. That's the main connection that we have with our beloved, with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right? That's the way we can connect to Hashem. They say that the Olam HaNegina is the highest world. The Olam HaNegina, the world of song, is the highest world, right? So you can connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu through the song. Okay? Kika harichuk chas v'sholem hu machmas havichuach sheyisrael reitzim sheHashem yizbarach yoiram techila v'yeshivim elav v'hu yizbarach reitzeh shekenes Yisrael tisoyre techila. Is we have this quarrel, like we said. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, "Come back to me, and then I'll come back to you." And we're saying, no. Hashem, you come back to me, come back to us, come back to me, and then I'll come back to you. But really, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will accept either one, as long as we come back to Him. Okay. Avo, al yedei amiris Tehillim shekoilu kol asara mini negina, through saying Sefer Tehillim, through saying the Tehillim that has in it the 10 different types of song. And we're going to discuss it in a minute, what that means, the 10 different levels of song. Me'ela lisato misato leila. And it's encompassing the highest to the lowest and the lowest to the highest, no matter what level you're on. Everyone can get something out of Sefer Tehillim. No matter if they're the greatest tzaddik in the world can get something out of Tehillim, and the lowest person that's saying Tehillim can get something, because Tehillim is inclusive of all levels. It's the 50th gate. The same way we have the sphere where we start at 1 and we count all the way up to 50, we count all the way up to 49, right? So the Sefer Tehillim has in it all 49 and 50. It has all the different levels in it. The beginning Mizmar LeDavid and LeDavid Mizmar. Look at the word. This he's giving us an example now. Sometimes David HaMelech would say Mizmar LeDavid. It's a song of David. And sometimes there would be LeDavid Mizmar. What's the difference? Sometimes David HaMelech would work on his Sarusa de Lasata. He was working on himself. He was putting in his effort. So then it was his song. But sometimes Hashem gave him a nevuah that he didn't really work for. So then it was Hashem's song. See the difference? What's that? Yeah. You like that, huh? Okay, good on Hashem.
What did you just say?
You going from up down, from down to up. Up, down.
In other words, he puts in his effort, so then he got the nevuah from Hashem. Or sometimes he didn't put it in, so Hashem sends him the nevuah to come down here. You understand? Okay. Sometimes David HaMelech would sing a song, and then the Ruach HaKodesh would come to him. He would get the divine providence would come to him after via him singing the song, because he did something. And sometimes he got the divine providence, he got the divine inspiration, he got that from Hashem, and that led him to sing song. So that was the up and down and up, down and up. That's the idea. Okay? Hainu. Shemizmarei Tehillim kolol mishnei bechinos misarusa de lasata koidem misarusa de laila koidem. Has both. Whether or not you put in, sometimes you could put in, and then you get Hashem, like we say, right? We're saying, Hashivenu Hashem Elecha bin Hashuva, right? We're putting in, we sometimes put in, but Hashem says, Shuvu Elai v'Shuva Aleichem, right? Sometimes it's that way, sometimes it's the other way. Okay, now Yedei Tehillim, Ikeris Chabras, Fiz Karvus, Sheyisrael Avi and Shebeshmaim. That's the main closeness and our main bond that we have with our Kodesh Baruch Hu is through Sefer Tehillim. It's such a special Sefer. Because it has in it both of these awakenings. It has in it the awakening from above first, and then the awakening from below, and it has the awakening of below, and then it causes the awakening of above. It has both aspects in it. The whole idea of the Sefer Tehillim is to awaken a Jew's heart to pine, to long, to come closer to Hashem. And that's considered an awakening of ours. So if we say the Tehillim, and again, like I say, like we're trying to say here, that if you feel the words, you feel David HaMelech's, try to put yourself in those words, find yourself in those words. So that is considered as Sarusa de Lasata, and that causes you to come back to Hashem. Isn't that so beautiful? The way Rav Nosson is explaining that. But really, it's all from Hashem. Really, Hashem's doing everything. Because Hashem gives us the awakening. He awakens us to read those words. Hashem awakens us to read the words. We put a little effort in it. Hashem did it for us. But we have to realize it's all Hashem. You understand? That's what the whole point is. Let us realize it's all Hashem. And how can you realize it's all Hashem? Through Sefer Tehillim. Any questions on that? And that's such a beautiful idea to me. This whole idea, the way Rav Nosson is developing this whole concept. that we have this Arusa de Lasata, this Arusa de Leila, to really understand this concept. He's really helping us understand it on all levels. Like we learned yesterday on the level of the Nevi'im, right? Moshe Rabbeinu was his Arusa de Lasata, right? He put in his all, and Hashem gave him what he rightfully deserved. And where you had, let's say, Aaron and Miriam, they put in a little bit of effort, but they got much more than they put in, right? Because that was the Susa de La'ela. So even though they were working, they got much more than they put in. So too over here, when we put in a little bit, Hashem will fill us in the rest. And how do you do that? What's the springboard that you use to connect to Hashem? You can use Sefer Tehillim. Because that's the 50th gate. So it includes the awakening of below, the awakening of below to the awakening up of high, and the awakening of high to the awakening of below. It has both inside there. Right, this is what we say in Tehillim. Hashem yisborach ba'atzmai meichin levavenu lispal aleilav. Hashem prepares us. He prepares our hearts to daven to Him. The question is, do we do it? Hashem sets it up for us. He puts us the idea in us. But now that's where our bechira comes in, right? We learned about bechira, right? What is bechira? Bechira is my free choice. So Hashem gives me this idea, right? That He wants me to say Tehillim now. And then I have this other thing in my head, well, but maybe I have to see the news. Or maybe I have to look at this. You ever happened like that? You have this idea. I need to say something to him. I need to learn something now. And then, this text message just came in. Right? It happens, right? But that's what it's all about, to realize these are messages that Hashem is sending us. So they're special. Hashem is sending, when we say that every day there's an announcement that goes out, come back to me. Right? Shuvu banim shevav, right? Come back to me. Every day there's that. Those are the messages. If you want to know those feelings that we get in our heart, those are the feelings. So really, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is meichin livaveinu lispalo. He's preparing. He's setting us up to do that. But now the question is, do we actually do it? Do we actually do it? B'achakach hu makshiv oznav l'shmaya dibereinu ke'ilu heim yotzim mitana be'atzmeinu. And Hashem listens to the words as if they're coming really from us. But He set it up for us. But Hashem looks at that as if we are doing it. He looks as if we are doing it because we chose to do it. You understand the point? That we made the choice, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to pay attention to that feeling that I have now. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu considers that it was our idea and we actually did it. Is that so amazing? No comments? Wow.
You become
This is very exciting.
The songwriter.
Yeah.
And the composer.
You become everything. But Hashem set it up for you.
Right.
But you chose to do it. And you actually did it. And look how much benefit there is by doing that. It's amazing. We really have to do this on our own. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, anything we do on our own is really from Hashem, right? Anything we do on our own is really Hashem helping us to do it. We can't do anything on our own, right?
You just start and the engine.
You push the button on the car, right? The push start. I love that thing. You push the button, right? Yeah, amazing.
The will has to come from us. I mean, we have to want it.
We have to want it. If we want it, then the rest is easy. It's all the ratzon. It's all Hashem wants from us is our ratzon. He wants our will, like David was saying. That's it. That's all. He wants our ratzon. What we're going to accomplish, that's based on what our will is. Based on our will. If we have a true will and we have a true desire to come to Hashem, then we can. L'shtoikek l'spalal Hashem yisbarach al zeh sheyochin levaveinu elav, that Hashem should turn our hearts towards Him. Shezer ba'atzmai bechinas hatfila she'tochin libam tokshiv aznecha v'chei mispalol David b'sefer Tehillim habe al zeh k'may shekosav Hashem sefasai tiftach. Right, those beautiful words. Right, we say that before we start our Shmon Esrei. Hashem sefasai tiftach. So what was David HaMelech? What's he saying? Hashem, open up my mouth so I can say the words. Hashem sefasai tiftach. Hashem, you open up my lips. Let me say the words. But we realize it's coming from Hashem. That's the point. We realize it's coming from Hashem. That's the point that we're trying to get here. Everything is coming me'ez Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu makes it seem that we're doing things on our own, but really it's all from Hashem. And David HaMelech understood that. And that's why David HaMelech said the words Hashem sefasai Tehillim. Hu bechinas his baididus v'sicha beinei levein kainai shetzrichin laharbais bezeh ma'od. Tehillim is his baididus, right? His baididus talking to Hashem. Talking to Hashem, sicha, speech, speaking to Hashem, his bodidus. Beinai levein kainai shetzrichin laharbais bezeh ma'od. We have to do this a lot. Listen, Rabbi Nachman said, he was very kind to us. He said we should set aside an hour a day. An hour a day speaking to Hashem. He said we should set aside an hour a day. But he only did that because he was kind. He really wants us to speak to Hashem much more. But he thought it was going to be too difficult. So he said, okay, an hour. It's amazing. If you spend the time to speak to Hashem, the siddhiyata, the shmayi that you get is unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. Spend the time speaking to Hashem. Spend the time speaking to Hashem. That's all Hashem really wants us to have that connection. Right? How are you going to have a connection to Hashem? Rabbi Tauber, he's such a gewaldige yid. I love speaking to him all the time. From Los Angeles. He says, how are you going to know if you want to know Hashem, you have to have a relationship, you have to speak to Hashem. How are you going to know Hashem if you don't speak to Him? If you want to know somebody, you have to speak to them. You have to speak to Hashem. That's what it's all about. And that was David HaMelech speaking to Hashem.
Which rabbi did you say?
Rabbi Tauber, Elchanan Tauber.
He's in LA?
LA.
Oh, okay.
He's at BRI in Rosh Hashanah.
You saw him.
Big tall guy.
He gives shirim there?
Yeah. Yeah, he's great.
Older man, really.
He's great. No,
He's the older, he wrote a couple books?
No, I don't know if he wrote books, but whatever.
That's Ozer. That's
Ozer Bergman.
that's a real tall guy. This is just sort of tall.
Yeah, Ozer is making a wedding on Thursday night for his grandson. Baruch Hashem. Yes, amazing. Baruch Hashem. Good people.
Here in Israel, or
Yeah, in Israel. Yeah, Israel. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the whole point is speaking to Hashem. His baididus, and that's what David HaMelech taught us, and that's Rav Nassan taught us, and Sefer in his Likutey Tfilas. Right, the whole Likutey Tfilas, the whole book of the Tfilas is speaking to Hashem. And Rabbi Nachman taught this idea that when you learn something, take the Torah, turn it into tefillah. Right? Take the Torah, turn the Torah into a tefillah. Right? Take your lesson that you learned and turn it into a prayer. Right? Because sometimes you learn something, you go, how am I going to do this? How am I going to keep this? How am I going to do this? I didn't know. So you daven to Hashem, turn that lesson into a prayer. You understand how to do that? If you want to understand how to do it, take out Likutey Tfilas and watch what Rav Nassan did. Based on every lesson in Likutey Moran, Rav Nassan turned it into a prayer. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Really, it's unbelievable. All right?
It's a system that can just help you grow unbelievably.
Yeah, well, if you want to know, listen, to me, that's great. It's a great thing. You take out Likutey Tfilas and you open up to any page, and you just read that, and then that helps you out with your It's amazing. It's really, truly amazing. It's really amazing. What I like to do is whenever lesson I'm learning Likutey Moran, so I take out the Likutey Tfilas, and it's unbelievable. You find yourself in the words. It's unbelievable. Anyway, okay, so that's the point is speaking to Hashem. And they say yecholim lefaresh sichosai al hakol ulevakesh laHashem Yisbarach al ze ba'atzmai shenucha levakshay hashivenu Hashem elecha be'emes. That we should be able to really cry out to Hashem, hashivenu Hashem elecha. Really, Hashem is saying shuv elai v'shuv aleichem. That's what Hashem is crying. He's screaming that out. But we're screaming to Hashem, hashivenu Hashem elecha v'na shuva. Then we'll come back. You understand the quarrel that's going on? Hashem says, Shuvu elai, vashuv aleichem. You return to me, and then I'll come to you. And we're saying to Hashem, Hashivenu Hashem elecha, Hashem, you come back to us, and then we'll come back to you. But really, it's the same thing.
Hey, at least we want, like we're kind of on the same page, right? We want Hashem to come back to us.
No, but the question is, do I have an awakening on my own?
Right, but I can say, listen, I don't even want.
No, but no, we're saying now that when I say to Hashem, Hashivenu Hashem elecha, that's an awakening from me too, because I'm crying out to Hashem.
It's still a cry out, even though it's saying, hey, make the first move, Hashem.
It's saying to make, but I'm still saying something. I'm doing something. You get it? Yes, you see that? That's the point. That's the point. See the word? Look at the words again. Look at the words again. That I'll be able to request Hashivenu Hashem Elecha be'emes, but to do it with truth, to do it in truth, to really feel that way. And we say those words when we put away the Torah, right? When we're putting away the Torah, we say Hashivenu Hashem Elecha b'nashuva. Right? We say those words then, because we're putting away the Torah at that time, so we're crying out to Hashem. Hashem, we're putting away the Torah. But hey, Hashem, come back to us. Come back to us. Why are they closing the curtain here? What's going on? Right? They put it back in the Aron Kodesh and they closed the curtain. We're screaming to Hashem, Hashivenu Hashem elecha v'nashuva. Right? You come back to us and we'll come back to you. Unbelievable. But we have to do everything. But that's the key word is be'emes. To do everything be'emes. Hashem wants truth. He wants us to do it with truth. He wants us to do it because we really want Hashem. We want to come back to Hashem. So look what he says now. Nimsa shakol me'ita yizbarach. So really, it's all from Hashem. Whether or not we conjure up the idea to come back to Hashem first via listening to what Hashem says, Shuvu elai v'shuv aleichem, or we say Hashivenu Hashem elecha. Doesn't matter. It's all May Hashem. It's all May Hashem. Hashem is helping us out. V'afal pichei nechshav l'isayris shalanu. Hashem considers it as if it's an isayris from us. Anytime we turn to Hashem in truth and we cry out to Hashem, even though that's coming from Hashem, Hashem considers it that it's an awakening from us. It's unbelievable because we are Banim Hashem La Hashem Lekei. We are Hashem's children, right? Yeah. Right? We're our Kadosh Baruch Hu's children. So of course, a father is always trying to help the son to be the best. He always wants the best for his child. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants the best for each and every one of us. Wants the best for each and every one of us. And since he wants the best for each and every one of us, whatever move we make towards to get closer to Hashem, Hashem considers as if we're doing something. But really, we only have the koyach, we only have the ability to do it from Hashem. He's giving us the ability to do it. He's giving us the ability to do it. Maybe the best way to understand it is you give your child, let's say $100, right? It's your birthday, right? And then your child takes the $100 and he buys you a present, right? Right? And maybe that's a good way to understand that. You gave him the $100, right? You gave it to him, but he used it in order to buy something for his father. You understand? What? That's the bechira, exactly. Hashem gives us the ability to do things. Hashem gives us the free choice, right? So again, if Hashem gives us the thought, the idea to come back to Him, and we actually act on it, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu feels that we did it. It's like we did it on our own. He considers that we did it on our own. Because we are. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're asking Hashem, hey, Hashem, I want a relationship. I want a relationship. And that's really what the whole idea of Shavuot is about. It's really about the relationship. The whole idea of Shavuos is about the relay. We'll talk about it in a minute. Havin hatev ki bevadei beli shum is klal ef shel is karev. If I don't do anything on my own, if I don't do anything, it's impossible to come back. I have to do something. I have to do something. Just to cry out to Hashem, to even give a crest, to give a groan. Whatever it is I do, anything I do is just to come back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You understand? It's all about the feelings, about the relationship. That's all HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us. That's really the relationship. Let me explain to you like this. So we have the Yom Tov of Shavuos. Now people will say like this. I was thinking a lot about this, and I just want to share with you. Okay? People will say like this. Maybe it comes to Shavuos, and it's a wonderful holiday. There are many things that I can accomplish on Shavuos, and because it's such a special time, maybe I should go to sleep early, and then get up, sleep a couple of hours, and then get up early, and then spend time, and then go to shul and do everything like that. It'll be much better. I'll put much more in. It'll be much better. Right? You ever think of like that? Yeah? You think of like that all the time, right?
Every day.
Right. Okay, you think of that? Okay, good. Okay. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to have a relationship with Him, right? And what is the whole thing of Shavuos? Shavuos is what? It's a chasna. It's a wedding, right? It's a wedding, right? What is the wedding? Right? We learn out the laws of chasna. A lot of the laws that we learn out of chasna, we learn out from the Yom Tov of Shavuos, right? The whole idea that Hashem put the mountain over us, right? And we were under and then we said Nasa v'nishma. That's the same way the lady says that you say to the guy, you say Harei ad mekudesh li, but the Bible we do the same thing. The statements under the chuppah, right? We learned that. So let me ask you this: if a couple got married, right? A couple got married, and after the wedding, the husband says to his new wife, he says, "Honey, we're gonna be married the Mitzvah Hashem for 100 years. Let's go to sleep now. The wedding finished. Let's say 10:30, 11, or whatever it is. Let's go to sleep, and we'll be together tomorrow." Would anyone do that? Would anyone do that? This is the chasna. This is the happiest day. This is the happiest day of their life, right? This is the chasna. So in the chasna, how can you go to sleep? People don't go to sleep, they crash, right? Right? So if we understand that it's really a chasna, right? If we understand that it's a chasna, so then it's a whole different idea. Now there is a school of thought that people do is they'll say the tikkun Leil Shavuos, right? And they'll stay until, I don't know, you may finish at 3:30 or something like that. And then some people will go to sleep, right? They go to mikveh, go to sleep, and then they'll go daven later on. Why? Because again, the tefillah is so important. Davening is all so important. People think that, I have to stay up learning. But what about tefillah? Right? You ever see these guys, some of these guys during the davening, they're falling asleep, right? You ever see that? Never happened to you? You have to stand up, right? You have to stand, right. Right. And then we have
davening for Shavuos evening.
What's that?
I'm going to sound ignorant, I think, but is there a davening like for Shavuot?
Yeah, there's a Tikkun Leil Shavuos. Yeah, there's a book. There's a book, and it's a book that was comprised by the Arizal and his students. That we say the Tikkun Leil Shavuos, and some people don't even know what it is, right? So what is? Well, that's no. It's in the machzor. If you have a machzor from Shavuos, it's in there. It's pretty much in every machzor today. So what is Tikkun Leil Shavuos? Tikkun Leil Shavuos is going through Tanakh, going through Mishnah, right, and going through Zohar. Okay, it's an amazing compilation of everything. Where you go through you go through the beginning of a parsha. And then you have like the first pasuk, first two psukim, and then the last two psukim. of each parsha, and you go through the Chamishi Chumshei Torah, then you go through Tanakh, then you go through Nach, then you go to Suvim, and you go through like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful idea to show you the beauty of Torah. To show you the beauty of Torah. And the Shavuos morning, the highest tefillah that we have is really the Akdamas. Like people don't even know what that is, right? Oh, yeah.
You're a policy officer, you're not gonna make any fans. No
I'm
one's
sorry.
gonna come to your meeting.
No, so let's say...
That's your advertising on Shavuos morning, and the highest of all is Akdamos, and that's like, I want to rather a hole in my head. I mean, really, after this great relationship, Akdamos.
And no, that beautiful niggin, right?
Yeah, no.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, listen.
Different time, it's Akdamos, as it is.
No. So what is the Akdamas? Do you know what it is?
I guess it's like a love song.
No, the Akdamas is what's known in Yiddish like the Gramen. You know what the Gramen is? You tell over the beauty of the chassan, the beauty of the kala. Right? You're saying over the beauty of the chassan and the beauty of the kala. And when do you say that? Before you take out by the Torah. Right? So you're telling over the praises of the chassan and kala. Right? The chassan is Klal Yisrael, the kala is the Torah. Right? Hashem, right? Well, this is what it is. And we're saying the beauty of it. If you look at the words, you'd be amazed by it. You'd be amazed by the words. Study the words. It's very, very difficult Aramaic, but there has plenty of translations. It's no problem today, right? When you see the words, again, I'm going to say like this: you should definitely try to say the tikkun. If you can stay up and you can daven, I recommend you stay up and you daven. Okay, if you can daven and you can really connect to Hashem, because that's really what it's about, connecting to Hashem. If not, go to sleep. If not, go to sleep and then daven at the next minyan. No problem. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong at all. If you know you're not going to be able to daven, just to sit there, go through davening and then just nodding off the whole time, then the whole thing was a levatala. The whole thing was a waste. You didn't accomplish anything, right? You didn't accomplish anything. I had a long talk with years ago with a good friend of mine. His name is Rav Naftali White. He has a beautiful beis medrash in Woodmead. He's Rabbi Spiegel, my dear Rebbe's son-in-law. Rav David Spiegel's son-in-law. He's a great guy. He's great.
Hasidish.
Yeah, Hasidish guy. You met him? You met Rav Naftali?
Yeah, my brother likes him a lot.
Your brother? Yeah. Oh,
He has a kollel shivol.
Yeah, I'm a very, very close. I know him for many years. I did a lot of work with mikvahs with him, or whatever. He's great. He's what?
They have a late chakras.
He has a late chakras over
I
there.
mean, I heard some shocking numbers.
What do you
In
mean?
terms of times, like 10:30 chakras.
I know.
Anyway,
Late
it's
chakras?
Yeah.
In Borough Park, you get chakras at 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
They're not there yet. No. But we spoke about this idea that if you could say the tikkun, and you can then go to sleep for a little bit, and then get up and daven with a clear head, that's ein adoima. Right? You can't compare that. It's much better to daven at the Nate's Minyan during the week. Right? People think that the only day of the year that they daven at the Nate's Minyan is Shavuos morning.
Right.
And what kind of davening is that? What kind of feeling do they get for Nate's? Oh, this Nate's thing is terrible. I'm falling asleep the whole time. Right?
So I'm confused now.
What are you confused about?
Everyone's told me it's about staying up learning, not davening.
No. Saying the tikkun is learning. Saying the tikkun is learning. It's learning. It's not davening.
Do people do that?
Do people do what?
Say the
tikkun?
The tikkun for their learning?
No, the tikkun is the learning.
I've been doing that for years, ever since C. Kramer turned me on. I never heard of it until a few years ago. But it's actually a book, and my wife happens to love it also. It's one of the few things we do together. And she'll say a paragraph, I say a paragraph, as it like.
Wow, beautiful.
That's what we do, but there's no messing around with, what class am I going to go to?
No, there's no wasted. No, you have because you have something set up. You have a structure. It's the structure.
It takes the first few psukim of Bereshit and the last few psukim of Bereshit.
And then Noah, and then
Mamish goes through the entire Torah.
and Nevi'im and Ksuvim and Mishnah and what?
That can't all be in my Machzor.
It is.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the abridged version. It's not everything. It's the abridged version.
It's the first two and the last. I get what you're saying.
It's the abridged version, and this was designed by the Arizal, so he knew what he was doing.
It's in special Shavuos Machzor.
Special, yes. It's in the not special. No, if you have it, it'll be in your art scroll machzor. The Tikkun Leil Shavuos. You have an art scroll machzor?
Actually, I wonder if I can.
For the holiday?
Yeah. Machzor is the special book for the holiday.
Yeah.
So do you have a special book for Shavuos?
No.
Okay, so then you wouldn't have it. Okay.
I'm not sure I
It's a
do.
special book for Shavuos, yeah. For each
Well,
holiday.
you
for
can
each
go
holiday.
to Mitzvah. They have them over there. You can go today and
Yeah,
pick one up.
I don't think I have Shavuos. I got the other holidays.
Okay. Well, it would be in there. Or you can buy yourself the book, Tikkun Leil
Book
Shavuos.
had to have in a Beitar.
What?
It's like 50 shekel, but it's well worth it. The book.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's
Do
an
they have
amazing.
one with translation too.
I
No,
don't
I've
know.
never
Not in
seen that.
Beitar.
It's not that kind of like.
It's not for those people.
It's not for
No, Chas v'shalom, stop. I'm going to say that you probably could get one. I don't know. I think they have everything's translated today. So it
But
probably
learning's important, and you're saying, but the pinnacle
Is the
actually
davening.
The davening
Is the davening.
Well, you didn't even get to the mikvah part, which you said yesterday was.
well,
really
okay.
hard.
Which davening? The Nate's Minyan at 5:05 that they
Doesn't
do?
matter, he said. It doesn't matter which minion.
Just make sure you can daven. That's the main point.
You're awake.
The main point is that you can daven in the morning. Make sure you're davening.
And that's one of the main focus of Shavuos, to be able to daven at that minyan?
At the daven, no. At whatever minyan you can daven at, not at that minyan. Whichever minyan that you can daven at. So if you can daven better at the 8:30 minyan, then daven at that minyan.
Daven.
It's 9 o'clock.
Daven. Isn't also Shavuot one of the only.
I go to Nate's every
times
day. Why
that
not?
you have to either. I don't know if it's be happy.
Why
you have
wouldn't I
to
just
either-
do the 5:05?
Yeah.
Is there something
you might be too
specific
tired.
about Shavuot?
Why would I be too
I think
tired?
you have
You're up all
to
night.
eat.
Shavuos you have to. Well, every time you have to
It's
eat.
a long service, and you might just start dozing off.
Shavuos we eat the.
Above the
You're
other,
reading a
above
lot of
Pesach,
different things.
above
You
the
know,
other social
he's saying to be awake
that you have to
and
actually,
really daven.
like,
So the
There's no.
you have to like
the
be happy in a
davening
certain
for
way.
that is
Every yontif there's samachta b'chagecha. What do you mean? Every yontif you have the idea for samachta b'chagecha. You have to be happy at every yontif. Yeah. Okay. So then Yossi wanted to know about the idea of the mikvah of Shavuos, right? So we said that the mikvah of Shavuos, we learned this in Likutey Halachos a couple of months ago. We touched upon this idea. I don't know if you remember. Maybe you weren't here. I don't know. But we learned the idea that really the mikvah of Shavuos is the mikvah of the year, right? They hold the same idea that the Yom Tov of Shavuos is really the Rosh Hashanah for our Torah learning. Did you know that? Right? It's the Rosh Hashanah for our Torah learning, right? All the Torah you're going to learn is really determined based on how you perform on Shavuos. Isn't that amazing? Right, so that's why we're saying the preparation to prepare yourself to learn on true. The way you spend your time on Shavuos is how your year will work out with Torah. Is that amazing? Right. So the main thing is you don't spend time speaking frivolous words. Right. Right. If a person is going to sit in shul and he's going to speak the whole time, and he's not going to learn, so rather go to sleep and don't do that. Because the damage that a person can do by doing that,
James all year.
it's very damaging. According to their results, very damaging. So don't stay in shul if you're going to be sitting there and talking. Okay? Okay, right? You got that right? So the main thing is, and that's why they have the Tikkun Leil Shavuos, because now you have structure. You go through, it keeps you busy. Believe me, it keeps you busy. Right? You're going to say through all the pages, right? And you go through the Taryag Mitzvahs at the end, right? If you're going to go through the whole book, right? You're going to go through the whole thing. It's going to keep you busy the whole time. Believe me. It's amazing. Yeah. Okay.
And when do you do that?
Tonight,
At
after
night.
you eat your meal.
Okay.
After you eat your meal. When you finish your meal, you can start the Tikkun Leil Shavuos.
What about the Mariv? Or is that
You
part of
daven
it?
Mara before. You go to shul tonight, you're going to daven Mincha, then you're going to daven Ma'ariv, then you're going to go home and eat a meal.
Okay.
And after you eat your meal, you say the Tikkun.
Okay.
What? You
No,
don't...
I'm still stuck with, it's the learning. So does it have to be done at night?
Yes, you're supposed to do that at night.
Okay.
After a meal.
After a meal.
You can do it after the meal, yes.
Take it.
And then going to the mikveh, if you can do that, which is the best, if you could do that, right? Go to the mikveh. Really, the idea is you're supposed to say Birchas HaTorah, the whole thing with Birchas HaTorah, right? Right, the whole argument of whether you could say Birchas HaTorah or not. If you slept, you didn't sleep. Right? Some say if you slept even for 5 minutes, you can say Birchas HaTorah. We're not going to get into that. Or someone did sleep, so answer his Birchas HaTorah. That's fine. However you're going to do it, that's fine. But there's that time before the Alos HaShachar, right? Before Alos HaShachar, because you can't really say Brachas Birchas HaTorah before Alos HaShachar. Right? So that time, if you finish the tikkun, so that's the best time to go to the mikveh that time, because you can't say Birchas HaTorah and you can't learn after that anyway. Right? Because after Alos HaShachar, you can't learn if you didn't say Birchas HaTorah.
Doesn't matter that I didn't sleep and I'm carrying on.
No, you have to say Birchas HaTorah every day. Every day you have to say Birchas HaTorah. You wouldn't say the bracha al Natilas Yadayim. You still and you shouldn't say the bracha of Asher Yotzar only if you went to the bathroom. That's another thing. I don't know if you know that, right? So you don't make the bracha al Natilas if you didn't go to sleep. What? What's the matter?
I'm laughing because Asher Yatzar is in the Siddur. It's like you come to shul and you say it whether you've gone to the bathroom or not.
No. I understand
Yeah.
because you went to sleep. That's a set. Okay. So that's the idea. Let's go over it again. So you go to shul, mincha, ma'ariv, right, and then you come home. You have your meal, tikkun leil, chatzos, or whatever else you're going to learn. Okay. I recommend you do that. But whatever you're going to learn. Whatever it is you're going to learn. Okay. Make sure you're learning. You're doing something. You're not wasting your time. Okay. Then if you can finish the tikkun and then go to the mikveh before the Alos HaShachar, that's awesome. Okay. And then if you're too tired, go to sleep. And then get up and get up in the morning and then you could say the Birchas HaTorah in the morning because it's no problem because you went to sleep. You have no more problems. You can make all the brachas, you do everything you want. And then go daven. Right? Nothing wrong with doing that.
You're saying go to a late chakras.
Not late, the regular one.
I mean
The regular one.
not the next one.
Right, the regular chakras. No problem. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, because again, if you know yourself, everyone knows themselves. If you know yourself, you could stay up because you do that all the time, and you're going to be awake and you're going to be alert. So go, do it. Okay, but if you know yourself that you're not going to be there, you're going to be nodding off the whole time, so then I don't recommend you do that. Okay, any questions? The main thing is you spend your time learning to Hashem, and like we learned in the lesson today, is connecting to Hashem. It's all about the relationship. It's all about the relationship. That's what the whole Yom Tov of Shavuos is, developing a relationship with Hashem. Okay?
So is this a law or is this is this in the Shulchan Aruch what we're supposed to do? Is it a law? Is it a minhag?
It's a minhag to say the Tikkun Leil Shavuos. It's not a law. It's not a law. And learning is not a law. It's not a law, but this is a custom that we have in Klal Yisrael. Okay, it's a custom. Okay. What? Do you do anything else? The Teimanim, do they do anything else? Any other customs?
They chew gat.
They what?
They chew gat. Got leaves?
Ah,
They chew
okay.
cats?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
I don't.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, so you do it to keep you up.
Stay up, yeah.
Okay, okay, instead of coffee. Okay, okay,
Better
fine.
than coffee.
I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's like a leaf. It's a leaf
Okay.
that they chew. It has like some sort of ingredient that it really keeps you awake.
It keeps you alert, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
very alert.
I have some drugs that keep me awake.
How many?
They have it also in a powder.
No,
You can ingest it through your nose.
Oh yeah, okay.
around.
Samim, right? Yeah, we don't want those things. Okay, so everyone have a wonderful Yom Tov, and the main thing is you connect to Hashem. That's the main thing, and take the davening seriously. Okay, because it's really beautiful, and I do recommend that you take out your translation of the Akdamas. Rabbi Nachman said it's very, very, very important. It's very, very, very important, the Akdamas. Okay.
So we gotta do the tikkun.
I'm sorry, Yossi. I'm sorry, but you said you needed that. You didn't like the idea of the Akdamas, so.
Well, I go, yeah, I'm just saying it. I'm like, I'm ready to either go to sleep or run.
No, so good. So go to sleep. So go to sleep and come down and enjoy the Akdamas.
No, but that's like a chi. I'm up already. So why would I want to?
Ah, there you go.
If I finish now, I can sleep the whole day. Anyway.
No, but this sleeping the whole day is no good either.
What, the next day?
No, because you're supposed to learn. No, it's a good thing you brought up. So if you're going to stay, okay, here's another thing. So if you're going to stay up and you're not going to really learn at night, and you're not going to be able to daven, and then you're going to go to sleep the entire day, so then don't stay up at all. Because you blow the whole, okay. Everyone, Kol Tov, enjoy your Yom Tov and connect to Hashem.